Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another NFL ranking video. In today's video, we're going to rank wide receivers based on how well I think they're going to perform this upcoming year. I'm not ranking them based on what I think they are right now. Some of this is wide receivers I hope do well, and wide receivers I think could potentially have a breakout season. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. AJ Brown. I think he'll have a pretty solid season. I think he'll have 1,500. He'll either be around 1,500 or 1,500 plus. 1,500 is about wide receivers I think could possibly make 2,000 or almost that. This is going to be people I think make like around 900 to exactly 1,000. I think Devontae Smith will be here, 1,000 plus. I think Devontae Smith is here. They honestly could both be here, but I don't see that happening. I don't know who this is. We'll figure it out later. Okay, Courtland Sutton. I think Courtland Sutton is going to be the only wide receiver next year on the Broncos, so he's going to be here. I think he'll be a pretty solid wide receiver this year. He's done pretty well. And he's really going to be the only weapon Bo Nix has. Amon-Ra, I think he'll do 1,500 plus. He did about this well last year. I think he'll make 1,500 plus. I think he'll be one of the few that does. Brandon Ayuk, I think he'll be here. And Debo will be about here. Debo will probably get 1,000 receiving, and he'll probably get about a few hundred rushing. He's a really good all-around wide receiver. He's just a really good powerhouse wide receiver that can catch the ball and do all that. Well, he's really good all around. He's like Chris Godwin. Or Chris Godwin's like Debo, I should say. Drake London. Drake London's going to go off this season. He has Kirk Cousins now. I think he'll go off. And I'm very worried about Kirk Cousins being with Drake London and Kyle Pitts. But this isn't tight ends, this is wide receivers. So I think Drake London is going to do really well. And he has two pretty good wide receivers to bounce off of, with Darnell Mooney and I think that's Rondale Moore. I think Jauan Jennings will probably be about here. I think he'll be at the top of this list, because I think he'll make about 900 or about 1,000. So I think he'll be about here. Okay, so that's Paris Campbell. Paris Campbell, I think he'll be about here too. I don't really know much about him. You know what, we need to make another list for wide receivers I don't know. Paris Campbell, we'll say, can't really say, because I haven't really watched him enough. Calvin Ridley, I think he'll be about here, but I'm not really certain. I think D-Hop will be up here, or up here. You know, I feel a little generous. Let's put D-Hop up here, and let's put Tyler Boyd right next to Calvin Ridley. I think they'll both make 1,000. Or he'll make pretty close. I think we'll put him in 500 plus. But he'll be at the top, because I think he'll make around 900. I think Calvin Ridley and Tyler Boyd being with D-Hop is going to elevate D-Hop a lot and make him do really well. I think now we're going to start actually doing it by the teams. So we'll do the Browns wide receivers. Amari Cooper. I think 1,500. Or no, put Amari Cooper down here. I think he'll get 1,000 plus. We can't put too many up here. We should probably put about 5 to 7. Maybe that's too many to be up here. Maybe put Drake London back down here. Maybe D-Hop down here. Don't worry, we'll reorder all of this. I need to make this make more sense and not put too many up there. Jerry Jeudy. He'll make about 1,000, I think. This is the first time he'll be on a team like the Browns, and I think Amari Cooper will help elevate him, and I think Amari Cooper will do well, and I think he will be down here. I forgot his name. Elijah Moore. Jamal Williams. I think Jamal Williams will make 1,000. Jameson Williams, not Jamal. Khalif Raymond. About here. Puka. I think Puka is going to be at the top of this list. I think Puka will make about 1,400 like he did last year, or he'll be about here. But I think to be on the safe side, I think he should be here. Puka Nacua is one of my favorite wide receivers right now, but I think he'll be about the same he was last year, which was still really good. Cooper Kupp. I think he'll be in the 1,000s. I think he'll probably perform almost as good as Puka, but I think Puka will outperform him again. Demarcus Robinson. Let's put him in 500 plus, because I think he'll make about 900 or 800 receiving yards this year. CeeDee Lamb. I think he's going to be 1,500 plus. Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks will be at exactly 1,000. Jalen Tolbert will be about here as well. We can't be putting a ton around here. Okay, Mike Evans. I think Mike Evans will be in the 1,000 plus range as well. I think he'll be right here. Mike Evans is also another one of my favorite wide receivers, and I hope he does really well too. Another one of my favorite wide receivers, Chris Godwin. I think he'll be at the top of the 1,000 club. I think he'll be at the top of the 1,000 club, or he'll barely make it into here. Trey Palmer. I think he might actually be 1,000. I think he'll barely make 1,000. So, therefore, I think Chris Godwin should be up here. But I don't know. I think the Bucks have one of the best wide receiver rooms in the entire league. Same with like the Rams. I think the Rams are pretty solid too. Same with the Eagles. And the 49ers are pretty solid too. DJ Moore. DJ Moore is making the 1,500. But dude, I know it seems like I'm putting a lot in the 1,000s, but there's a lot of wide receivers that make 1,000 yards now. 1,000 isn't really an amazing season anymore. This is an amazing season. These are what make a dude elite. Keenan Allen. I think he'll make about 1,000. I think he'll start slowing down. Rome. I think Rome will make 1,000 as well. I think we're going to see a lot of records be broken for wide receivers this year. And I'm really excited for it because wide receivers are some of my favorite players. Okay, Darnell Mooney. I think he'll make about 500. Rondale Moore, same thing. Actually, I think Darnell Mooney could make 1,000. He does have Kirk Cousins now, after all, and he has made 1,000 before. The Packers. I think Jaden Reed will have a breakout season and make probably about 1,000 plus. Christian Watson, I think he'll be right around here. I think he'll be at the top of 500 plus. And Romeo Doubs, I think he'll be around here as well. I don't really see a lot of the Packers wide receivers having 1,000-yard seasons because there's so many of them that are good. Okay, Josh Reynolds, I think he'll be right here. And Marvin Mims is the return man, so I'll put him down here. Malik Neighbors, yeah, I think he's about to break some rookie records, so I'm going to put Malik up here. Darius Slayton, probably about here. Tyreek Hill, 1,500. Maybe even up here. Yeah, Tyreek Hill's up at the 1,500 plus. Jaden Waddle, 1,000 or 1,000 plus. Odell, 1,000 or 500 plus. Khalil Shakir, probably about 1,000. Keon Coleman, probably about here. Curtis Samuel, 500 plus somewhere. Probably at the top, probably near like 900. DK Metcalf, probably about 1,000 plus. Tyler Lockett up here. JSN, I'm pretty confident he'll make 1,000 next year. Joshua Palmer, probably about 1,000. Quentin Johnston, probably right around here. Lyon McConkey, probably 1,000. Deontay Johnson, about 1,000 plus. Adam Thielen, probably about 1,000. And Xavier Legette, probably about right here. Christian Kirk, about 1,000 plus. Gabe Davis, probably about 1,000. Brian Thomas Jr., probably about 1,000 or like 900. Rashee Rice, I don't really see him playing all season, so about here. I think Marquise Brown will be the best wide receiver for the Chiefs. And I think Xavier Worthy will make 1,000 as well. So Zay Flowers definitely making 1,000 plus this season. Since him and Lamar Jackson have gotten used to each other, they've gained each other's trust. Rashad Bateman, probably about 500 plus. And Nelson Aguilar, about the same as well. Demario Douglas, I think he'll make 1,000. I think Kendrick Bourne will almost make 1,000. Stephon Diggs, I think he'll make 1,000. I think Nico Collins will make 1,000. I think Tank Dell will be at 1,000 plus. Terry McLaurin, I think will be at the top of 1,000. And then Jahan Dotson, probably about 900. And Luke McCaffrey, probably around here too. Michael Pittman, 1,000 plus. Joshua Downs, 1,000. Adonai Mitchell will be 1,000 as well. Joshua Palmer, let's bring him back down to earth a little bit. I think he'll be right here. Justin Jefferson, 1,500 plus. Jordan Addison, about 1,000. Jamar Chase, 1,000 plus. T. Higgins, probably about 1,000. Devontae Adams, 1,000 plus. I think I'm going to put Chris Godwin down to 1,000. I'm sorry, Chris Godwin. Jacoby Myers, probably about 1,000. Trey Tucker, right around here. Chris Olave, 1,000 plus. Rashid Shaheed, 1,000. George Pickens, about 1,000 plus. I think he's going to go off too because he got an upgrade at quarterback. Marvin Harrison, probably about 1,000 plus. Other Cardinals wide receivers down here. Garrett Wilson, 1,000 plus. Mike Williams, I hope makes 1,000. I think for the most part this looks good. Do I think all these wide receivers are making 1,000? No. Every wide receiver has a down year, but for the most part, this is where I would say most of these wide receivers will lie next year. Probably about 5 of them or 10 of them probably won't make 1,000 plus. Maybe about 10 of them won't make 1,000. You never know. Well, guys, let me know down in the comments if you think a good chunk of these dudes can make 1,000 yards, and if not, just tell me who you would put where and why. Well, anyways, guys, let me know if you want more content like this. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.